Hey, good morning. It's Monday, uh, December 12th. It must be time for Dr. Bob Flower and the Master Pattern Report for this week. Well, let's see how we did last week. We hit on that. The calls that we had on Thursday were right on target. And our 11th and 12th for December 11th, you remember, hit today. However, and I think the move is somewhere around 250 points. We're not finished yet, but we had called for an up day, and of course it's a down day. And silver, we're right on target. As I told you, I was very confident with silver, and silver. So far, it's been down as much as $1.25. So we think that it may well break down further here. It all depends if it does close at the end of the day below 31, that 31 level, to a good degree. I mean, 15 cents or something like that. We definitely think it's going to break down further for at least another week, maybe for another 3 weeks. But we'll keep you apprised of that. We think that we're going to see another move in silver, and this might be further breakdown. Now the date I have on that, the pattern I have on that is for the 18th, which is actually next Sunday. And these weekend things are kind of iffy, but they do have an impact. So the call on that right now looks like it's going to be up, but I don't bet any of your money on that. But there will be a move next Monday again. It certainly looks like. And right now, all the indicators are saying up. I don't think so. I think unless by the end of the week it takes a real big hit, then there may well be a bounce. So that might be a little confusing, but replay the tape and you'll see what I'm saying. Anything is possible with it, going down a lot and then bouncing up for the day or two. Once again, our super hit notice for January 9th, there is something else showing up on January 6th. So there's evidently something that will be going on around that time period. We don't think that, at least at this point, it looks positive. One of the tactics that we're employing right now with the master pattern is to look at a number of other disciplines, other markets, and see how they compare. For instance, oil. Now, while we don't follow oil that actively, we are looking at our patterns as well as patterns of some other advisors who we have respect for. And it looks like oil is going to slip further, maybe down to that low 90s, 91, $92 area. Now, that's a primary indicator that the market is going to fall as well. So we look at treasuries, we're going to look at oil and look at these other markets and see what the direction is and take a consensus. If we see that every market is falling at that particular time, then we could be more confident in a down call. If we see that they're rejuvenating, then we can be more confident, of course, that they're going up. However, let me just say this. We think that there's another bounce here in the Dow anyway. And I don't think it'll be long-lived. It may go from this week till Christmas, maybe. And I'll have more for you on that with our next report. But after the first of the year, batten down the hatches, folks. This is going to be a disaster. I think that this 9th move is going to be big. When I say big, over 300 points, conceivably over 400 points. So watch out, and we'll have more on that. But I want to give everybody ample notice that this is our prediction and this is where we're going with it. Silver and gold, no, not yet, not yet, not for the rest of this year. I don't see it. Uh, so just be careful of your position. Be ready to jump in here. I mean, if this drops down like we think it may to around that 2750 level, or even a little bit more, fine. Then we'll be jumping in at this point. But that's just the way we're looking at it for now. So we are looking for a poor 2012, unfortunately, economically. Will the unemployment rate, this 8.6, which of course is as artificial as it gets? We think that the master manipulators in Washington will try and knock that down to 8%. Now the administration is saying, well, this is our objective. We can get to that 8% level. We're doing good. The economy's coming back. It may get to 8%, folks. The economy is not coming back. I'll say this for now until it happens. Until they correct the real estate and mortgage situation in this country, there ain't anything coming back. That's a fallacy. It's bull. All your pundits on Wall Street, all the kids on Wall Street that want their money now because they deserve it, are going to get their asses spanked because they lack what it takes to be true entrepreneurs, and this is just going to be a wicked ass kicking. And I'll say again, I said 2 months ago, and I'll predict this again. By this time next year, you will see a huge, major move in a new political party. Now, this may not be a party per se. It may be a huge move towards correcting or adjusting the existing parties. It may be. But my money right now is that there will be a third party. And it'll be totally different. It'll be much more bipartisan, and it'll be much more intelligent, and of course less political. And there's there are two out there that we're researching right now. We're looking at that I'm going to report back to you with, and I think that they're going to be meaningful. People are going to readily adapt to them. So market, we think the market sometime this week, maybe Thursday, will make a bounce, and the bounce will probably last into Christmas, and then after Christmas, batten down the hatches because we think you're going to see some hard times. As our custom each week, we will try and define what we think is coming that particular week. But we definitely do not like what we see and how we're going here. Okay, so everybody have a great week, and we'll talk to you from New York next week.